Hi guys, welcome back to Dominions 5. Let's just watch it, shall we? Let's just get it over with and watch it first. So, Magnum broke siege. I thought... I'm so fucking stupid. I thought that if I was storming a fort with commanders, at the same time that the enemy broke siege, that those commanders wouldn't be in the fight. That's what I thought would happen. I don't know why I thought that was the case. Because no other dual movements in Dominions work like that. So we have our Earthquaking Mages in this battle, which is, I mean... I don't know, I've said it already, this is this is probably the worst I've played in any game of Dominions so far on the channel, so, you know. And do you know what, another thing that is really bad as well that I didn't think of, because of how stupid I am, is he does Starfires on turn 1. In this case it's prioritizing the Gigantes, which is good, but I do know that single target spells like to hit large enemy units, right? If you got big hit points, you're more likely to get hit. So if these had been the commanders who were right next to them, then the commanders would have gone berserk and gone off script immediately, which would have been really bad. Not to say that things aren't already really bad. But, so he does Flaming Arrows, he's got it as well, of course. We put up Mist, and there are some elementals flying around, or maybe wisps, but we take care of them very quickly. Then we do our Earthquake. I mean, it's pretty good over here, you know, it does a bit of damage. I was expecting to kill about 60 crossbows with it. It does significantly more damage than my own dudes, though. Pretty brutal. Also knocks out the Mists caster. But other than that, you know, we have our fire elementals out. Owl is up. We do kind of have a front line. Magnon does not have fire elemental, he has lesser. But he has very powerful fire mages who can spam it a lot. So he gets out lots and lots of lesser fire elementals. I do wonder if that's better. At this point we were already routing because of how many units had died. We kind of need all the flaming javelins, that's like... That's the army, pretty much. The fire elementals are just killing the front line, but... We need the archers and the javs and everything. Hurlers do not rout because the hurlers are pretty good. We have our fire elemental against a large group of fire elementals. Everyone's beating. The earthquake mages, of course, retreated immediately. This is so awkward, isn't it? How much fatigue do you have? Only 73, he's still fighting. How are you doing? But we didn't just lose a lot of units there, we lost a ton of items. Like a shocking amount of items. And gems as well, because, I mean, how many gems has this guy got? All of them. Yeah. That was the battle at Marignon. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. We killed almost... Well, not even almost all. We killed a lot of knights. Killed almost all of the halberdiers. We only killed 73 crossbows. I think because a lot of our archers routed immediately, and they were all on fire archers, they would have been doing the crossbow damage, and my god routed pretty quickly as well, so Howl didn't really do much. Killed the rest of the units pretty much though. We only killed 2 witch hunters, 1 inquisitor and 1 initiate. I mean that's nothing. The big mages are the grandmasters who we didn't kill any. Meanwhile we lost, I mean, the units aren't too important. We can see that our 2 earthquake mages did get a lot of kills, so good for them. But we lost 3 of our tyrants, which is brutal. A shackled mage. We lost 8 of our sages, which is really bad. All of our whites. Yeah. Very sad, guys. I'm very... We were... we were kind of like... We had a position. Like, we had it. If we just knocked over Maragonon, we could have rolled down into Man with that army. And we would have been in great shape. You know, a little bit behind, but still big. Now... Man... Just so stupid. Let's go through the rest of the events anyway. We got some Mogol from Katiz, who is now being sieged by Uruk. But he thinks he might be able to repel that just with his god. So we'll see. Inner Throne was claimed. Katiz has declared killed by death the prophet of Motorhead Miasmatron. In Maragonon there were 2 assassination attempts. One was against a sage who was carrying a PATRONAGE though, so he killed it pretty easily. And the other one was against a shackled mage who wasn't important, so that was okay. that was the least of our problems on Maragonon. And then some other battles. This was Bright Gate. This is the farm between my 2 forts near Maragonon. This is an entirely mundane army. There's no mages at all. There isn't even a bless. We do have the green dogs. To hold an attack rear, looks like. They're positioned top. Always good to know where the attack rear units are positioned. Also always good to swap them from top to bottom, I suppose. So that's the army between our 2 forts. We attacked into World's Teeth Mountains with a few bits and pieces, which is south of Maragonon's cap. Nothing here, so that goes fine. Battle in Realm of Silence. Here's another really disappointing one. This is the cave. He attacked into the cave where I set an earthquake trap. So turn 1, buffs. Turn 2. Who is this guy that's... Oh wow. Champion's Headband, Vine Shield, Lightning Spear, Amulet of Missile Protection. What's his ability? Quickness, that's a nice one. Combat speed of 82. Yeah. Then we do Earthquake. This kills 1 mage. I honestly thought this would wipe out like half his army in a cave. I thought it was like really, really good in a cave. Apparently not. We're fine though. But only on 88 fatigue. And then we retreat. God damn it. Mr. 84 combat speed over here. Was it 82 combat speed? Just kills me instantly before I can escape. That was Realm of Silence. Only killed 22 units. Only killed 12 longbows? 1 spear. Maybe 11 defense. 13. We did kill 1 Mother of Avalon, I guess, which is something. I'm not using Earthquake anymore. I don't think I understand the use case for it. Like, what I don't get it. I thought if you used it in a cave, it was just like devastating, and it did nothing. Really disappointed. Oh well. And then another battle in Trizia. This was this is a big army that's near the fort that's got his god in it. This one has a lot of mages, and they're set to spam panic. It looks like. Which is not good for us because we have a lot of low morale units to begin with, of course. Any of these have gems? Oh, they have lots of gems as well. So they'll probably do a lot more than panic when push comes to shove. That was Trizia. A pretty big army. Forest of Edon. Is this the... I don't even remember which army this is. Is this the one that's... Yeah, this is just raiding, man. That's fine as well. And yeah, Maragonon. Events, we got 3 gems in Phlegra and lost some dominion in Kratos and Province Resource. And that's it. We did find sites as well with Voice of Apsu. We found a well of yesterday's water. It was a pretty good one. A pearl and a water gem. So now I'm back on liking remote site searching spells, so... Okay, so a few things now. As I said, we had quite a good position. I think now we have quite a poor position. We need to kind of really quickly regroup and see what we can do. I have 3 armies now scattered around Marignon. My worry now is that if Marignon just rolls out every single unit and mage and everything that he has into any one of these provinces, that he beats me. Even this one. Because the temptation originally was just to move everything back into Glade Woods now. While trying to like put the fort back under siege with what I can. I think that's a mistake though. Because I think he still wins, just sheer volume of mages. I don't have a lot of mages around here now. That's the problem. Got my god. But we just don't have any magic over here now. So I am trying to just like dip out of all 3 of these provinces and just leave them. So that if Marignon moves out, I'm fine. And while I'm doing that, there's a few like random stray bits and pieces that are going to attack into Marignon to hopefully put it back under siege quickly. I don't know how successful this will be, but all this crap's just expendable, so just mundane commanders with some hurlers and cows. So we're fleeing and trying to put the fort back under siege. Up here, flee point 1, Pepper Plain. This army is now in the cave. It could go towards Ard, and I'm summoning a bunch of stuff to help fill the fort up, if that happens. Could also go down to my forest. Might do that. I can see a stack there at the moment, so maybe it will, maybe it won't. Third option, it might attack the waste. I don't know if he would, but let's throw an army there first then. Try and defend it. I do have a few fire gems. Dirty Bulking unfortunately doesn't have a fire in a jar because he was on Earthquake duty. And I thought it would be pointless to have a fire in a jar on an Earthquaker who was going to retreat. But the other guy has a fire and I've given him some gems as well. So it's just spears at the front, soldiers behind, archers in the middle, a few crossbows, some cave grubs and cows as well. And then the mages that I've got are going to either be doing fire evocations or hugely influential is going to do flaming arrows. And Epitos is coming from a fort and he's going to do an earth elemental just to help. Smaller mages are going to do little spells. These ones are shackled mages that are going to buff up Panthos, who is... what are you doing? Just fireball spam. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that goes okay. My prophet is also in this army somewhere. Yeah, so he'll be smiting as well. And then there's a little F1 mage who's just doing combustion. So that's army 1. I'll go here to maybe catch this army out. See how that goes. Next army is in World's Teeth. This one has my god in it and not much else, but there are a few troops. This is kind of, I guess I'll talk about this one first actually. This is the army we just took Forest of Gunwith. I realised that I can actually move tyrants from Glade Woods, or in this case a tyrant and a Cyclops, from Glade Woods to Jome in one movement, I guess through the fort, which is cool. So we have an army here, plus some mages we can bring from here into Jome to threaten quite effectively, I think. We can do 2 fire elementals and flaming arrows on 50 crossbows and 50 javs, and the Dinyashev's javelins as well. And this is the army that has no mage support, so this is just mundane units. And I was thinking, can he reinforce this from anywhere else? But I can see Kaz Hador, there's no units. I can see the swamp, there's no units. So if you wanted to move stuff maybe from Man, either he cloud trapezes here, which is possible, but it would just be a few mages he can spare. But I don't think he can move there though. I've got the movement numbers up. Movement from Man to here would be 32. From Norville's 32, from Pannier is 34. But I don't think he can get anything here to help this army, if this army moves back. And the army might move back because it can see this army here threatening. And he won't expect me to also have torrents here, so... I don't know, that one might be quite a good one. So we'll see how it goes. The reason that I want to do this is because if I can bring these units from here up here, that really helps. Because this is actually quite a high quality army. Especially compared to most of my units. So that would be really useful if I can open up a route here and smash an army at the same time. So fingers crossed that goes well. For the same reason that I don't know if he can move anything like to here. I don't think he can move anything to Rimaya either. So I don't know, let's just throw the God Army at it as well, to just escape from Marignon. See how that goes. If we're lucky, we'll take these 2 provinces next turn, and then we'll be able to move back around here with all of this stuff. Which would be really... I mean, that would help us recover quite quickly. If we were lucky. I'm gonna start capturing slaves in Windsong. And I'm moving every mage I've got down to Saran Forest, just in case he puts it under siege. I have all our mages plus the army that's here. And whatever is in the fort currently, mostly cows. If he sieges it, I think if he puts it under siege, that's fine, because if he storms, I think we win pretty easily. But we'll see what happens. He might get really, if we do manage to take these 2 provinces, he might get really scared actually. Especially if we beat this army in the deal. Be nice if we beat this army as well. How good would that be? What a nice recovery that would be if we take all this territory, destroy 2 Manx armies, and then we're able to get back onto Marignon in like 3 or 4 turns from now. That would be the dream. I don't know how likely it is, but yeah. Other than that, we're actually running out of gems now because we just lost a bunch of gems we were carrying around, and I just alchemized some pearls to do some stuff, and trying to recover items as well. I'm forging a foreigner jar. I'm forging a replacement endless bag of wine, replacement whip, more fires and jars. And I'm going to keep doing the remote site searching spells. Because we're doing a lot of summoning in Ard to hopefully help defend. I'm summoning Vile Waters. Got tons of water gems, so that one's fine. But that's just to get gel cubes to clog up the fortress gate if he attacks. Summoning trolls, cave drakes, and cave drakes. So that's what's happening this turn now. Yeah, just in recovery mode. I might as well just take risks now, because I've blown it. So I have to do something. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. There are only 38 minutes left. I was really late getting to my turn today, so I rushed through it. Probably doesn't bode well for next turn, but hopefully, you know, it's fine. Would an air mage be useful here? What can air mages do at this point? Lightning bolt. False fetters? That's short range though, isn't it? I'm going to submit a partial, and I might come back to this because, yeah, I kind of rushed through that. But yeah, that was turn 37. Hey, what do you think, guys? Am I playing well? Is this at least entertaining? I don't know. I know that there's some people who like to watch these things and they quite enjoy when things go wrong, and they quite enjoy when you make mistakes, as long as you kind of are aware of your mistakes. But I know that there are other people who get really, really annoyed if you play badly. So this one's probably going to upset quite a few of those people. I don't know, I'm doing my best though, I swear. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in turn 38. Hello, welcome back. We did some rituals. We got some gelatinous cubes, some trolls. Also did some site searching. Water and Death found nothing. Arcane Probe found 2 astral sites in Colomagor. A maze for 2 pearls, and a painted cave for 1 pearl. That's pretty good. We're now up to 9 pearls a turn. It's our best gem income. Which is pretty weird, because we only have the adepts as astral mages. That was all the spells. Then there were some battles. First off, we attacked into the swamp with my god army. Nothing here. Well, I mean, there is the woodsman, but they're not very good, so they basically just eat blade winds until they die. That goes fine. So we took the swamp with no problems, and our god is safe. We also took control of Marignon. There was no province defense there, so our little puny sieging force is now sitting on Marignon. Battle in Ripe Woods. Maragnon did what I predicted, which is he moved out every single thing he has left into one of my provinces. He moved it into the Temple province, which makes sense. But we can see what we're up against. Like I said, it's pretty small. We can probably beat it. It's just there's a lot of mages. And these guys all still have gems. They now have my jars. I assume those are my jars anyway. Well, that's nice. That one's diseased at least. Oh, they've got recuperation though. I wonder if that cancels out. I guess it's not that many mages. They're very powerful though. Hey, I want that back too. I got that from an event. He's also got this big Ashdod dude. I'm gonna assume these are mine as well. I guess this is a hero. Yeah, so that's now in what once was our forest. So it's 169 troops, 118 of them are crossbows. He's got 4 Grandmasters, 4 Initiates, an Inquisitor, Master Alchemist, Raphaelite Scholar, and 2 Witch Hunters. Oh, one of those died. That's quite nice. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe we can beat that if we all up. I mean, that's what we have to do anyway, but... Okay. More messages. Kratos next. This was a move I wasn't expecting. Man moved from the farmland onto one of my forts. Which is fine. I was hoping he'd move back to defend his throne, but it's not. The Kushis are still on attack rear and they're arranged at the top. They keep attritioning though, which is nice. So it's just going to be 38 Wardens and 47 Longbow, and then a couple of the Hounds we need to deal with. And then we also attacked into Jome, of course, which was the Throne Province. Nothing here. So we take that with no problems. Lost a warrior, but... Got 6 Earth Gems in Giant's Rest, and fort stuff. So we're sieging Maragnon. And we can now see that man has a giant stack ready to siege Sauron. I'll talk about in a second. First, let's look over here. So this is where we're kind of up to now. This army seems to have withdrawn. I guess the cave thing scared him. This is where Maragnon's army now is. Man is now sieging Kratos. He still can't get back up to this army though. It's just difficult to catch it because it can move to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. So who knows which direction it's going to go. The throne, by the way, in Jome is the Throne of Misfortune. So I guess that's why man didn't claim it. I guess he doesn't want the Misfortune scales. Doesn't look like his... yeah, it looks like he has order scales. Like he just didn't want to lose his order. But this does give you 4 pearls as well. I don't think I'd mind claiming that. I'd lose my luck 3, but I'd still be on luck 2, which I'm sure is fine. And 4 pearls would be nice. Although, I do wonder what exactly we're going to use our pearls for. Anyway, so here's what's happening. I'm leaving behind just this on Maragnon, just to keep it sieged. I don't know what he's going to do. He might just ignore it. He might just be on a kind of, I'm just going to run at you now because I'm out kind of mindset. I don't know. But I'm moving this stuff off it. I'm just going to hide here, so that if he comes back down to unsiege his cap, I'll just have these guys waiting to try and redo it again. I don't think Maragnon knows I'm at war with man, or... I'm going to move out some of the stuff that's currently in Ard. I think man is just withdrawing. I don't think Maragnon's going to move into the cave. So I'm going to take my cave back, and that allows me to get my adepts out as well, because I'd quite like to have my adepts down here to help out finishing off Maragnon. So that's what I'm going to do up here. This army managed to dodge that army. This is still too small to fight that. There's like no big mages here. I've got 2 tyrants, I suppose, that's it. We're going to move to the fort and hide. I'm going to break siege in Kratos with what's here, which is very little. Plus a new tyrant who's on the way, he's also going to help. And all the units that just took Jome are also going to attack Kratos. So hopefully we catch this army somehow with what we are sending in. It's still the 50 crossbows and the 50 warriors backed up by the Dinyashi. We're going to have 2 fire elementals, another tyrant who's just going to be dropping falling fires, flaming arrows, and some blade winds for good measure. That should beat his army that's just sort of mundane troops. Yushis will be at the top here. So they'll run into a fire elemental and a tyrant doing falling fires, and the Dinyushi when they walk forwards. I think that'd be okay. But if he moves the army into Brightgate, then I'll miss it. If he moves it into Rimwire, I'll miss it. If he moves up to Bogger, maybe I should have this army move and patrol. Seems more likely he'd move. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. This army is very awkward for him now because it's completely cut off. So he either keeps walking up and just goes, uh-oh. Or he just sits there and tries to fight this. So I really don't know. There's so many things he could do on it. I just don't know what he's going to do. But we're going to break siege anyway and try and catch him out with that. My god army is going to meet up with the new guys who are rolling out in the throne. It doesn't look like he can get any units here, so I think it's safe. So next turn, if all goes well, we'll have a stack in Bogger, a stack on Kratos, and a stack in Jome. And then we can try and move this all together and finish off Marignon. And while I'm doing that, I'm hoping that it looks threatening enough that it makes Man pull back some of this to try and defend his cap, in case he thinks I'm coming for him. I do wonder if that's why this army's withdrawn, is because he thinks he needs more troops up here. But if not, I'm summoning some junk in this fort this turn. There are quite a few units. They're not very good though. It's just Helots, a couple of crossbows. That's really it. But my game plan of the sieges is, I mean, we've got so many sages here because I moved them all. It would be the earth guys would buff and then do earth elemental. The fire guys would buff and do fire elemental, and then the air guys and the water guys would just do lesser elementals. And that would bring like 20 elementals into the fight. I'm also summoning some ogres. I'm doing vile water every turn to get some cubes in the gate. And we'll have a tyrant who can do flaming arrows. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens and how much stuff he actually brings to siege. Could go either way. I guess we'll find out though. But that's it for this turn, I think. I am still forging like fires and jars and stuff, but and I'm still doing the remote site searching spells. And I'm back to recruiting adepts in Ard because I had to stop because the fort was going to get put under siege and it would have been a waste. So we've been recruiting sages here, but we're back on adepts now. And that is the turn. Hopefully this wraps up neatly and then we can have another battle with Marignon and finish it. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm gonna submit a partial. But thanks for watching. I'll see you on turn 39. Hello, welcome back. We got some enchantment done. We're at 5 now. Some really good stuff here. You might use Horde of Skeletons against Man if they're spamming panic. Since Undead would be good against morale spells. Might use Demon Flaming Death one day. Or what else? But we'll keep going. 6 is really good. There's lots of stuff here we might use. Heat from Hell we might use. Eternal Pyre would be nice to get up. Arrow Fan we can communion to. We might use the hidden spells. I'm not sure if we need them. So Dragon Teeth should be good. Riches from Beneath will be good. Yeah, that's a nice little point to reach. We'll go back into construction after that. I did look up what the fire boosters are. I forgot the helm, of course. So the helmet and the skull will get us to fire 6. That should be quite simple. So they're the targets still. Cast lots of spells. We did not find anything with Voice of Apsu, but Arcane Probing gave us 1 pearl per turn from a Painted Cave. And Dark Knowledge gave us 1 Death Gem per turn from a Black Coral Reef. And I think that's it for spells. I've been casting summons in a fort that is currently under siege, so... let's take a look at that now. It's in Saran Forest. Man moved a big stack onto my fort. I'd stop patrolling. There's just a few points of province defense. There's lots of longbows, lots of knights. And lots of spellcasters as well, who are all carrying gems. So this one looks like a Howlcaster, but there's another one as well who's also N4 with gems. Got some more mages. This one has pearls, gems. Yeah, quite a lot of gems in this army, and quite a lot of spellcasters. We'll have to be a bit careful about it. Other than that, battles aren't too interesting. Realm of Silence we took back, that's our cave. Ours again. Marignon broke the siege from the one Amazon who retreated. World's Teeth was Marignon trying to take this from me, but it's where I moved my sieging junk to. He tried to attack it with an assassin, didn't go very well. Kratos is our fort, which we've recovered from Man. Stop sieging it. And Rimire is where Man moved his army to. That's over here. So Kratos is ours again. Marignon is Marignon's again. And there's those units. Events, we got 16 water gems in Pepper Plain, 8 fire gems in World's Teeth, and a 655 gold market in the Forest of Eden. It's really nice. Special battle in Joan was an assassin attacking a shepherd. This is who, of course, Shady Protein Powder Guy instantly enlarges himself. Starts to cast Barkskin. It's interrupted. And just absolutely destroys the assassin with his big stick. And then loses a lot of health to poison. He's fine though. That's pretty good. So Saren is currently under siege from Man's big stack. I've been summoning stuff here that can deal with morale. I really wanted to get cave bears, but I don't have a E3 mage over here, and I didn't have boots. So we summoned ogres. Doing dispossessed spirits as well. These are ethereal, and there's nothing in Man's army that has magic weapons. Maybe they'll be more effective than you might think. The only thing he has with magic weapons are the unicorns. And of course, I'm summoning lots of gelatinous cubes as well. So the plan to defend this fort is still the same. We'll just summon a ton of elementals, but I'm also going to fill the fort with crap as well. Doing like 5 cubes per turn. That'd be quite funny to have like 30 gel cubes clogging up the gate if he storms. I don't know. Currently the fort is only down the 613 wall of 750, so he's sieging it very slowly if he continues this. We'll see what he does. That was it for message though, right? Yeah. Alright, so this turn, mostly just stuff happening over here. I mean, I am just sitting here now. Nothing else I can do. I'm not going to break siege or anything. I'm just going to let Man use up his army just sitting there. I'm continuing to summon gel cubes in Ard as well. It's just got this stuff that was left behind defending it. Water Mage is going to go underwater to put up a lab, which is what I planned to do a long time ago. The cave is now ours again. I'm going to leave one Earth Mage here doing summon cave grubs for a while. I'll probably stop it soon though, because I'd like to save up enough Earth Gems to cast Riches from beneath. Astral Mages and the few grubs we've got are going to move to Pepper Plain. And I'm moving some stuff into Kratos this turn. Everything's either patrolling or it's on move patrol. That's just in case he moves this stack backwards. I don't think he will, but just in case he does, let's make sure that we're patrolling so that it all dies. For the turn after this, we're going to have big stack in Kratos, big stack in Boggo, our special mages here. And the turn after that, we'll move them all into Glade Woods, and the turn after that, we'll move on to Marignon. So we're in kind of the same state that we were in like 5 turns ago before I destroyed my own army. These guys that were on Marignon are going to move back. He's probably going to patrol this turn though, right? I don't think I'll get away with this, but it would be very nice to put the fort back under siege with the same useless army. There's not much else they can do. Could take this or this, but I don't know. One of these commanders on their own is going to attack Rimire, just in case Man forgets to put Province Defense in it. So yeah. Controlling Kratos, attacking Marignon, doing a YOLO attack into Rimire. And that's about it. Just leaves Bright Gate. I realized if I give a Tyrant a Ring of Water Breathing, they can just move straight across the Narian Sea, so Muscle pulling against Muscle can move straight to Bright Gate in one turn. And if I bring up the movement numbers, it only takes 18 movement to get from Bright Gate to Glade Woods. So I think all of my Tyrants should be able to move, that's a Gigante, should be able to move from Bright Woods into the forest in one turn. But it's just the Tyrants who are going to be attacking this. There's 3 of them. They all have jars. They'll do 2 rounds of magic buffs. Summon a fire elemental, stone skin, and fire shield themselves, and then they'll attack. One of them has a false fatter's mace, whatever it's called. Star of Thraldom. And the Gigantes have come along as well because they also have map move 18. So 3 Taurens with 3 Gigantes is probably going to take this back. Breakgate is a heavy cav province though, so if man has decided to be funny and put, you know, 50 points of province defense in the province, then, you know, this is, I think, still sufficient to take it. The fire elementals will be quite good. Maybe I should move these back a little bit though, just in case, because the cavalry charge will be quite quick. Yeah, in fact, do you know what? I know this is like... Let's just do it the other way around. Stone skin. And... Oh, and then attack. Just because... Yeah, the only reason I'm sending all this stuff is just in case he bumped the province defense up massively, so I might as well get the fire elementals out on turn 2, it makes more sense. Yeah, but we should take that back, no problems. Move everything into Glade Woods next turn. And I guess then we'll finally have a real battle with Maragnon. And if that goes well, same plan, we'll just roll down and take some man stuff after that. Nothing else too interesting happening, I don't think. Still doing remote spells. They've actually worked out quite well this game. They usually don't. 1 fire jar a month. I'm getting 2 more endless bags of wine. Because we are going to have supply issues still. I've lost too many bags. Kratos is using 105, Jerome is using 131, Phlegra is using 119. That puts us way over 300. Glade Woods has 278 supplies currently in summer. Yep, need more bags. And I think that's it for this turn. How many guys do we have doing Vile Water? How many is that? 6. So 6 gel cubes a turn in Saran Forest. It's pretty funny. Yeah, that's the turn. Let me think. Anything else left to do? I don't believe so. Yeah, let's hit end turn. That's turn 39. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in turn 40.